If you feel like you can't step away from your school or gym without enrollments dropping, that's not normal. If turning off ads slows lead flow, if taking a week off hurts signups, if everything depends on you pushing, then your school isn't growing, you're carrying it. My name is Brian and I'm one of the co-founders at Monstro-X. I help martial arts schools and gym owners grow without burning themselves out, chasing leads, running promos, and doing everything manually. And what I want to show you today is the difference between a school that grows organically and one that depends on you to survive. So most school owners don't realize that they built their school on effort. Here's what that looks like. You run the ads, you chase the leads, you run promotions, you push trials, you keep students engaged. But if you stop, things slow down. So you push harder. More ads, more posts, more events, more outreach. And on the surface, it looks like growth. But behind the scenes, you're exhausted because the system isn't working, you are. The truth is, a stable school shouldn't depend on your daily energy to grow. It should be designed to grow even when you step away. Jim Collins, author of Good to Great, said, "Great organizations build systems so results don't depend on heroic effort." In other words, if everything depends on you, it's fragile. Think about your school like a car. You're trying to get from point A to point B. Right now, you're pushing the car. If you want to go faster, you push harder. If you stop pushing, the car stops. Now imagine that car with an engine. You're still steering, but you're not supplying the force. That's the difference between effort growth and systems growth. Now here's what that looks like in real life. School number 1 runs promos, constant ads, nonstop outreach. If they pause their marketing for 30 days, enrollments drop immediately. That's pushing. School number 2 generates leads from free local traffic. New enrollments get plugged into a referral retention and community system. Even when the owner steps away, students still enroll, referrals still happen, and growth keeps moving. Now both schools grow, but only one gives you freedom. When I owned my CrossFit gym, I thought my job was to push growth constantly. Ads, promotions, outreach. Then something unexpected happened. I accidentally built a community so strong, members wanted it in every part of their lives. They trained together, hung out together, invited friends and family. Growth didn't depend on me pushing anymore. It was happening inside the culture. And that's when I realized design beats effort. Now let me give you a real example. Keith Sherbar runs Champions Martial Arts in Pennsylvania. Now before working with us, Keith had invested in countless marketing agencies. All of them promised to flood his school with students, but most fell short. The few that produced leads brought in inconsistent results. Nothing that lasted. And over time, Keith got frustrated. He developed a negative view of marketing altogether. So he went back to what he knew. Local events, school demos, community outreach, manual boots on the ground effort stuff. And to his credit, he'd been successful doing it that way before. But marketing had changed. What once worked now required more effort just to maintain the same enrollments. So Keith felt stuck. He was working harder but not moving forward. That's when we helped him to install a system designed to attract, capture, and convert free local traffic already searching for martial arts in his area. Almost immediately, new students started enrolling without running ads. And more importantly, growth no longer depended on Keith pushing every day. The system carried the momentum for him. Since then, his membership has tripled, and he's opened a second location. Same owner, same school, different design. And McKinsey research found that companies with standardized systems grow 2 to 3 times faster than those that rely on effort alone. Because systems scale, effort doesn't. And you already understand this. If you want clean clothes, you don't sit in the tub with a washboard scrubbing every shirt by hand. You use a washing machine. You load it once and the system does the work. Now don't misunderstand me. Effort matters. Hard work matters. But if your growth depends on your constant effort, you built a school that exhausts you instead of supports you. When your school has systems that organically drive enrollments, attendance, retention, and referrals, growth doesn't disappear when you step away. It continues. Because it's built into the environment, not dependent on your daily push. So if you want a school that grows without exhausting you, like, follow, and subscribe. Check out our YouTube page for more free training, and drop a comment if you've ever felt like everything depended on you pushing just to keep the enrollments moving.